a story, time for a book, time to relax and take a look. Have an adventure while the pages turn. Time for a journey to lands far away. Their hunts and wild things are on their way. Have an adventure while the pages turn. Read me a story, my favorite story time. Read me a story, my favorite story time. So where shall we wander? Where can we go? Captain hats all through the snow. Take an adventure while the pages turn. Wind in the willows or Peter Pan, Winnie the Pooh, green eggs and ham. We'll have an adventure while the pages turn. Read me a story, my favorite story time.
Good morning.
Read me a story, my favorite story time.
Good morning. It is Saturday, and I'm hoping that everything is working with this camera. I had a bit of trouble getting online this morning and getting this to work, and the camera was upside down, and I hope I'm right side up. Who knows? But I'm here, and hopefully someone will let me know if things aren't going as they should. But you know what? Even if they aren't going as they should, I don't know how I would fix it at this point, which is the kind of fun about being live with you on Saturday morning. And right now, at a little bit past 9, it is gray and it's rainy, and already this morning, I don't know why it seems strange to have thunder and lightning really early in the morning. But we've had thunder, we've had lightning, but all the rain that we've had this week has made the grass grow and it's green. So spring, this is spring, and we're here. So this morning I am super excited because we are having a story time all about, believe it or not, books and libraries. And here's why. Next week, actually starting tomorrow, is National Library Week, sponsored by the American Library Association. So I think this is a good thing that we can think about how amazing our libraries are. So on Monday, it is the Right to Read Day, a day for readers, advocates, and library lovers to take action to protect, defend, and celebrate the right to read. So the American Library Association kicks off National Library Week. So I am excited because I am passionate about the right to read, about our books, and I'm honored to be a part of this institution and to work in a place every day where I encourage people to read. So we're going to get started. We're going to get started with this book, which is called Lola at the Library. Lola loves Tuesdays. Every day of the week is good for a library. But on Tuesdays is when Lola and her mommy go to the library. The library opens at 9 o'clock, but Lola is ready to go long before that. And this is one of these great books because there's so many different things that you can talk about while you're reading it. So on this page, we can talk about clocks. And I know that there aren't numbers there, but once you know where the numbers are, can you tell what time that is, even without the numbers? 6 o'clock. So down here we have the clock again. The library opens at 9, but Lola is ready long before that at 8:30. She puts all the books she borrowed last week in her backpack, and her library card is also very important. And I love that Lola is not very old, is she? And she has her own library card. And that's important. In fact, I have some of my children, I've kept their library cards from when they were little. They're important. They make you feel special. The library is not very far away, so Lola and her mommy always walk there. Lola and her mommy give back the books from last week, and the librarian buzzes them through the machine. And I love how Lola is being so responsible. She's got her own backpack, she's got her own library card, and she's returning the books all by herself. There is a special... Blah, blah, blah. Let me try that again. There is a special section in the library just for children. It's really cool. Nobody ever says, shh. And the books are down on a level where they can reach them. And they have furniture which is made just for them, for smaller people. It's a pretty cool library, isn't it? Sometimes there is singing. And Lola knows all the words and the hands for Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Sometimes there is a story time, and Lola loves that. After story time, Lola chooses her books, and in the library she can have any book she wants. Lola likes stories with bears and anything with shoes. There are so many, it takes ages to choose. Mommy has some books too. The librarian buzzes them through the machine and then stamps the date inside. Lola must bring them back in 2 weeks, but she will probably be back long before then. Lola and her mommy always get a snack after visiting the library. Mommy has a cappuccino and Lola has juice. Whenever Lola has been good, her mommy lets her taste the foam. Then it's time to go home again. Every night after Lola is tucked in bed, her mommy reads her a story. It's the best way to end the day. And I think this is a really wonderful book, and I think that it shows some really fun, fantastic features about libraries and how libraries really do. I think many libraries really do try to be accessible to children, to have things there that will make children feel welcome. And I certainly know that that's true of our library, that our library really loves to welcome children. Okay, let's see if we have a song. I think we might. think we might. It just always takes me a second. It does. Okay. You know, I want to try this one.
Wiggle your fingers, touch your toes.
Oh.
Wiggle your fingers, touch your nose. Wiggle your fingers, touch your shoe.
Oh, shit.
Don't move it all for a day or two.
Ooh.
Tick
Tock.
tock goes the clock. Try to be as still as a rock. Shh. Wiggle your fingers, touch your toes. Wiggle your fingers, touch your nose. Wiggle your fingers, touch your cheeks. Don't move it all for at least a week. Tick tock goes the clock. Try to be as still as a rock. Wiggle your fingers, touch your toes. Wiggle your fingers, touch your nose. Wiggle your fingers, touch your ears. Don't move it all for at least a year.
A year.
Tick
Tock.
goes the clock. Try to be as still as a rock. Wiggle your fingers, touch your toes. Wiggle your fingers, touch your nose. Wiggle your fingers, touch your chin. Don't move it all until the end. Tick
Tock goes the clock.
Try to be as still as a rock.
Isn't that a fun song? I love that. Okay, moving on. Here's a story. And these are increasingly popular characters. I love Selena Yoon. She does such great books. This is Duck, Duck, Porcupine Book. And the first story in here is called That's My Book. That's my book. It actually has 3 stories in this book, and they're all great titles. 1 is That's My Book. 2 is Let's Have a Talent Show. And 3 is Dress Like a Pirate Day. But we're just going to do the first one, which is That's My Book. I am bored, Porcupine. Me too, Big Duck. Now, this is a book where the words and the pictures tell the story. So you have to pay attention to both. They're both important. So they're bored, and so we can guess, can't we, what Little Duck is doing. So Little Duck is sitting under the tree reading a book about dinosaurs. Hey, Little Duck, that looks like fun. Can we borrow some books? Aw, thanks, Little Duck. Books make a great stage for singing. Just so very subtly. You can tell that Little Duck is not sure about this. Can you see? Little Duck's like, it's really not what I do with books. Whoa! They're also great for book dominoes, Big Duck. Plop. and for walking fancy. And again, what do you think? What do you think Little Duck is thinking? How is Little Duck feeling? What else can we do with the books? And now we can tell Little Duck has hands on hips, and Little Duck's like, you know what? I don't think this is a good idea. So Little Duck piles the books back on the wagon and says, and off Little Duck goes. Oh no. Little Duck dropped his book. Well, let's take a look on the inside. Princess Duck lived in a castle. What fun! So now they're discovering, aren't they? They're discovering something else you can do with books. Can we please borrow more books, Little Duck? Oh, I hope we have enough. That was nice that Little Duck gave him a second chance, right? So Little Duck is reading about a penguin on an adventure with a coconut. Little Duck, your books are so much fun. We went to the library to get more. Well, look, now they're dressing up. Do you see? And they're making things not out of books, but out of blocks. Do you know what books are best for? Reading. So I just think that's very sweet. I love their adventures. That's my book. And so they went to the library to get more. Sweet, sweet, sweet. All right. Do we have another song? Let's see. Let's see. How about... You know what? I'm trying new stuff out on you this morning. I hope that's okay. I always like to find new music, but until I actually do it, I don't know. You tell me if it works. Tell me.
I hope you guys have a lot of energy today because we're about to wiggle like crazy. First, we're gonna wiggle like some wiggly things. Are you ready?
We're gonna wiggle.
Let's go. First, wiggle like an earthworm.
Like an earthworm.
Digging in the dirt. Now wiggle like confetti.
Like a what?
Falling sky. Then wiggle like seaweed.
Wiggle like seaweed.
Down deep in the ocean. Now wiggle like jello.
Jello.
Shaking in the dirt. Can you wiggle fast? Can you wiggle slow? Can you wiggle high? Can you wiggle low? Now stand up straight and stop. Do the wiggle dance. Wiggle. Yeah. Do the wiggle dance. Wiggle. Do the wiggle dance. Okay, now let's wiggle different parts of our bodies.
Okay, let's do it.
But here's the trick. Once a part of you is wiggling,
We're practicing.
You gotta keep it wiggling. You think you can keep up? Let's try. First wiggle your right arm. Now wiggle your left arm. Then wiggle your knees.
Wiggle your knees. You gotta keep wiggling these
Now
though.
wiggle your head. Can you wiggle fast? Can you wiggle slow? Can you wiggle high? Can you wiggle low? Now stand up straight and stop. Do the wiggle dance. Wiggle.
This is different.
Wiggle dance. Wiggle. Do the wiggle dance.
I'd only do this with you. You know that, right?
There we go. That's good. So So now we're gonna do some tiny wiggles.
Tiny wiggles?
You ready? Can you wiggle your pinkies?
Pinky.
Can you wiggle your eyebrows?
Not really.
Can you wiggle your eyes?
I don't know.
Now how about your lips? Can you wiggle fast? Can you wiggle slow? Can you wiggle high? Can you wiggle low? Now stand up straight and stop. Do the wiggle dance. Wiggle. Yeah. Do the wiggle dance.
Wiggle, wiggle. See, only in libraries could you get away with doing the wiggle dance, right? Because sometimes, remember Lola, when she said sometimes when she goes to the library she sings. And sometimes when you come to the library, you wiggle. The story of a book. And this is just a beautiful book. And it's so creative. I love the illustrations. Joy McCullough and Devon Hallwarts. The story of a book. Because we're thinking about libraries, and one of the many things that libraries do is to provide us with books. And I love the, sometimes I read who they dedicate the book to. And this says, "For my dad, who loves books just as much as I do." And that's from the author. And the illustrator says, "Thank you to our librarians for the essential work that you do." So to all the librarians. Now, National Library Week, whenever it is, thank you for what you do. Fresh ink on crisp pages, never opened. The words inside just waiting to be read. Someone picked it up, but they're not the reader for this book. But sometimes, the perfect reader, let's say it's you, drinks in the words, and together you make a special kind of magic. Magic that transports you to a brighter place. And can you tell where this child is? So this child at the moment is in a hospital. And the doctor or the nurse, not sure, comes and says, "Hey, I've got a book, maybe you'd like to read it." And it takes that child into a whole new magical place. Or it stays with you when there's no light. Magic that's sweeter when you share it. More powerful when you choose the book yourself. And putting you to sleep doesn't mean it's boring. I love that. If a book puts you to sleep, it doesn't mean it's boring. Maybe it just means that it settles you down and puts you in a safe and peaceful place. Sometimes the book is devoured by an unexpected reader. And this one, you're going to have to look down here. I'm going to show you the whole page first, and now look down at the bottom. Do you see what's happening? Do you see that? Devoured or eaten. I had a book eater. Turned out okay, though. She became a librarian. My book eater became a librarian. Sometimes the magic is hard to understand. But you can take as long as you need. The book is in no hurry. I don't know. I just think it's a beautiful thought. The book is in no hurry. Take as long as you need. The book is in no hurry. So many readers love the book. Or chew on it. Spill on it, sleep on it, cry on it. Yeah. It happens. But one day, it reaches the end. Or does it? And I love this. I love this. Here's the library book sale. And this happens at libraries. So people buy books, they borrow books, they read the books. They're done with the book, they're finished with the book, but then they donate it back. And then it has another life. Then people purchase the book. And look, they're using the book for other things. So the book, the story has now become an art project. Don't do that with library books now, but when they're in the book sale, you're welcome to get them and to repurpose them. So I love that, the story of a book and how wonderful books are for so many different reasons. Libraries play such a key role in how we get books and share books. And how they go through that whole cycle. So, beautiful book. The story of a book. All right. I think we have time for... You know what? Let's do this song. It's a rainy day. It's a spring day. It is gray. But what is behind the clouds? Always. Always, always, always.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
Belly button book.
It's so simple when I am near you. You change my day from gray to blue. Like the sky, dear, your love surrounds me, and I feel the sunshine through.
Feel the sunshine through.
I'll always love you, my little darling.
National Library Week. Thank you, librarians. Thank you, libraries. Have a great week.